So we've spoken about the fact that we need micro actions in our planning of our goals, etc. But how do we actually do this? Okay, so I'm going to talk about how to actually set the goal at some point in the future. But right now, let's say you know what it is you want. And let's say your goal is, I want to feel healthier and more energy within the next 3 to 6 months. All right, so what do we do? So besides writing the date, so let's say I write my date. So today is the 25th of November, 2025, right? I'm going to ask myself in the morning when I wake up, how am I showing up? What am I feeling? I'm going to do a body scan. I'm going to do an emotional check. I'm going to check my energy levels. Where am I at? And I'm going to note them down. So let's say today I'm waking up feeling tired. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep, or I did get enough sleep, but I'm still feeling tired. Emotionally, I'm feeling maybe a little flat. Maybe I'm sad. Maybe I'm not sad. Maybe I'm just irritable because I'm tired. So I'm irritable and I feel like, I could probably have another 2 hours sleep. Or perhaps, I just want to relax for the day. So you need to name your feeling and you need to name the physical state that you're in. All right. So that's the first thing. You can't move if you don't know your base point. Then set your intention for the day. All right. So maybe you are on holiday or it's weekend and you can rest. So set the intention to rest today. Don't go set intentions to spend energy all over the place. Set your intentions to rest. So let's say the intention is to rest. You've been tired, so what's the end goal? Rest. You're flat. What's the end goal? You want to feel some level of engagement with your day. So how would you do that? Lifting yourself from flat to, what is that word? Okay, and then you're irritable. So now you don't want to be irritable. You just want to be at peace. All right. So we don't know what this word is yet, and that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to set my intention today that I am going to acknowledge my need for rest, and engage only in activities that uplift my spirits. Okay, so there is your intention for the day. All right, now these can be a lot more complicated and a lot more active if you wish them to be. They don't need to always be about resting. And then you're going to say, what shift am I going to make? So you're going to go from tired, all right, to rested, and your body is not feeling stressed. You're going to go from flat to uplifted, all right? And then you're going to go from irritable to at peace. And now you're going to ask yourself, how do I get to these states? All right, what am I going to do? How do I plan my day? How do I make decisions? So it means that all decisions that you make are going to align with those goals. All right, all your choices that you make are going to align with peace, being uplifted and rested. You're not going to make choices that are going to send you off into exhaustion. So let's say it's Sunday and you have the opportunity to go shopping and out for lunch and and all of those things are good things. But if you're needing rest, they're not good things, okay? So what is good for you in this moment and at this time? And then at the end of the day, you're going to ask yourself, how did I show up today? How did I actually align with my intentions today? Did I fall short? Where did I fall short? Why did I fall short? How did I get from there to here? But the thing is, if you're not setting these intentions, what happens is your mind and your brain stops you or ensures that you chase the immediate feeling of comfort or anything that creates a dopamine fix. All right. Or you're going to do the things that you feel you have to, because if you don't, then there's a difficult outcome at the end of the day. So you have to choose what you want, why you want it, and how you're going to get it. And you've got to ensure that when you make that choice, that you stick with it. Remember the trust issue I spoke about in my other video, the trust factor. If you don't stick with this, you teach yourself that you are not trustworthy. And that's a critical value point that you need to address with yourself. We often think about the fact that we don't trust other people, but here's the rub. If you don't trust yourself, you won't trust other people. If you don't trust yourself, you are always going to feel insecure. You are going to question your identity, and you're going to question your self-worth. Because you know that you don't show up for yourself. You know that you don't give yourself time and priority to do what you say you're going to do. So if you don't give yourself the time and the priority to do what you say you're going to do, guess what? You're going to land up realizing that I never do what I say I'm going to do, so I don't trust myself. And this is all happening on a subconscious level. And when it happens on that subconscious level, you are going to find yourself subconsciously creating doubt. Okay? You are subconsciously creating doubt. And that doubt isn't about the thing. The doubt is about you, all right? And your self-concept. It's not about whether you can feel peaceful or whether you can feel rested. It's about doubting that you will honor yourself to be able to get to that point. And why I've included coloring points into my journals is so that if you are questioning yourself and not knowing what it is you want to do, take a coloring pen and just meditate on the coloring. Just slowly allow your mind to let go of all the thinking and focus on coloring, and set the question in your mind, what is it that I want today? How do I want to feel by the end of this day about myself, about my body, or how do I want my body to feel? And just allow your mind to explore that question and come to a place of knowing what it is you want without being in resistance. And this is why coloring is so powerful. You bypass the resistance of the ego and the conscious mind trying to justify why you need to be doing other things, or why you should want a different outcome or want other things in your life. So there you have it, guys. This is a very long video, and I'm sorry about that, but I hope that it gives you a lot of clarity regarding your goal setting and how you get there. There's so much more to this, obviously, but this is a good place to start.